may remember community correspondent Eddie Conner from a previous Street Beat show. What you may not know is that he's a cancer survivor, and he's here to share with us his personal story. It's great to have you back, Eddie.
Hey, great to be back here, Tim.
Well, tell us a little bit about your story. What was your life like right up before you were diagnosed with cancer?
Well, prior to me being diagnosed with cancer, you know, living life just like any other teenager. I was involved in sports, and I remember even running cross country and just partaking in many of the various activities, and, you know, just pretty free-flowing and just enjoying life like any other teenager and seeking to uplift my life and meet my goals in life.
And so how old were you when you were diagnosed?
When I was diagnosed, I was at the age of 15, and it, you know, just hit me like a ton of bricks. I was working out and getting ready, like I was saying, I was running cross country and getting ready, prepared for the basketball season in high school. And I was really having chest pains, and one thing led to another. My breathing was diminished, and I found myself laying in a hospital and getting a diagnosis of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, that I was diagnosed with cancer.
Is that a common cancer?
More so with young people, Hodgkin's more so. However, it's more so prevalent with older individuals. And so to be young and afflicted with cancer is shock and awe to anybody who ever hears it.
Yeah, so you were probably devastated, you know, at 15, and then you started your chemo treatments.
Immediately.
And, you know, going to the hospital. Tell us about what your mental state was during that time.
Psychologically, I was just totally broken down in many cases. When you hear something like that at the tender age of 15, and the doctors say you're going to have to get chemotherapy and radiation. And normally it's either or, but they say we're going to have to do. We're going to have to combine the two methods, really pumping the poison into your body to destroy the bad cells that were metastasizing, that were spreading throughout my body. The doctors cut me open, and they could see that the cells were growing so rapidly with the naked eye. And so going through the chemotherapy and the radiation, losing all of my hair, watching literally as my hair falls from the hair follicles fall from my head, you know, seeing your body disintegrate before your very eyes totally revolutionizes your psychology, the state of your mind. And right when I really wanted to throw in the towel, I had to maintain faith. I had to resurrect hope in the face of a heartbreak, healing in the face of, you know, breakdown, you know. And
your mother really helped you through that, didn't she?
My mother, Dr. Conner, has just been a total godsend. You know, she's my angel, and she really, you know, she told me, said, hey, take off the pity party hat. You're going to live. You're going to live through this. You're going to live through dying places. And that's just really the story behind really the revolutionary glory that's expressed in my life. She's the one who helped me. Growing up in a single-parent divorced family is definitely tough on her. But having to deal with me as well in that state, she's just been a strong conduit in my life.
Now, you took a trip to Jamaica that turned your thinking around during this time. Tell us how that happened.
Yes, actually, I grew up in Jamaica for a little part of my life. You don't really hear an accent.
No?
But grew up in Jamaica for a part of my life, and my mother encouraged me. She said, hey, let's go to Jamaica, let's take a trip, let's get away from some of the rigor and the stress and the strain. And the doctors really said, hey, why don't you go ahead and get a little bit of a break? I said, cool, great. And so I go to Jamaica, and in Kingston, and a gentleman who's a preacher there, he's known me for all my life, and he wanted me to preach. And that's where I really began to get into public speaking and preaching, and I preached a message, destined to overcome the odds. I shall not die, but live and declare the works of the Lord, from Psalm 118 and 17. And so that's just really been the expressive place where I've totally went there, and I came back a different person. When I went there, I was kind of discombobulated, but when I came back, I had determination. And so
and then you've done so many things.
Yes.
You're an educator, author, evangelist, motivational speaker. You wrote your book, Purposefully Prepared to Persevere.
Yes, yes.
And do you have a website that people can also go to look at your story and things that you're doing?
Yes, if you go to eddieconner.com, that's EDDIE CONNOR.com. You can see a lot of information, what I'm doing with my radio program, and I'm just really trying to really inspire people to
We're running
make
out of a little time here,
Yes.
but thanks a lot, Eddie. It's great to see you on the show again.